What's up, guys? This is Omega Pro, and before I get into this video, I would just like to thank you guys for the massive amount of positivity that surrounded my 400th video. Sorry if I slip up during any words or whatever during this commentary. It is almost 2 a.m. I'm kind of tired, can't go to sleep just yet. But when I was looking through some comments of the previous video, I noticed some people were sort of confused as pertaining to my high school situation, because in the song part of the 400th video, I stated that I haven't completed high school, but to consider, you know, where I'm at now, my graduation. And people were sort of confused, like, oh, you didn't complete high school, don't you plan on going to college, or why didn't you complete high school or whatever? And that's what I decided to make this video about. So first of all, I just wanted to clear the air about a question somebody asked. I'm assuming that you might be overseas if you don't know, but you really don't need a high school diploma or high school graduation to be able to attend college or university. You can, you know, go for your GED. I think that's the only other way. I think there might be some other ways, I don't know, but as far as I know, it's either high school diploma or GED. So as far as why I never completed high school, this has a large mixture of a whole bunch of fucking different things mixed into one. It's my whole entire past and what I've had to go through in my life mixed with today's society, and they just don't mix well together. But if I were to make a video about my whole past and everything, this video would be like 2 hours long, and I don't want to record for 2 hours. You guys probably don't want to watch a 2-hour video of me talking about all this sad shit or just stupid shit that's happened in my life. But I do feel that these things that have happened to me in my life have made me the person I am today, and I would like to share those stories with you. And to be honest, before I get into why I didn't complete high school, my next videos for a while are probably gonna be stories, you know, recalling my life, because, you know, I feel like I really am becoming a man, and, you know, I think it's important to know where you've come from and what has made you you. And there is some ambulances going on outside. God damn, that shit is loud. But I think it's important to know where you come from, and, you know, what steps you had to take to get to where you are now. And, you know, I'm gonna be very busy with work. I mean, my next week's schedule is like fucking nuts. Like, I'm working 33 hours, so I'm working some long shifts, and hopefully when I come home from work, I'll be in the mood to record stuff. But for now, expect a lot of these story type things. Anyway, why I didn't complete high school, and it's not because like I'm just a quitter, or I'm like, oh yeah, I don't need school, blah, blah, blah. I'm too smart for all that stuff. I'm too smart, man, I don't need that shit. It was sort of like that because, you know, my school wasn't the greatest school in recent memory. You know, I wasn't really learning too much. Their curriculum was just plain awful. The school system was a mess. The school system is a mess, especially in poverty-stricken Rhode Island, which is where I live. So, you know, not really a lot of shit to be learned here. But, you know, that's not to say that there is no education opportunities, because there is. I just wasn't ambitious enough to pursue that. But while in high school, I think the main thing that really drove me away was everything I want to do in life cannot be taught. You know, I would like to be maybe an actor, or like a film director, or audio editor. And I mean, I guess some of these things can be taught to a certain extent. You know, like I want to be an entertainer or whatever. That really can't be taught. It just has to be part of your personality, you know. Like, you can be taught how to edit things in film. You can be taught how to edit audio and stuff. But if you just plainly take what you've been taught and just apply that, you're not unique, thus you will not make it. Like, somebody can tell you how to be entertaining, be outgoing, say these types of jokes or whatever, but then you become a carbon copy of that person. You know, when you learn from someone, it is obvious that you take from them what they've taught you, obviously, thus you become that person. to a certain extent. I mean, you might put your own twist on it, but essentially your roots are with that person, and you can't escape that because that's what you've been taught. You don't know any better. So I felt like teaching myself these things, you know, with YouTube and stuff was the better way to go about it. And, you know, in high school, there's just none of that. And given my previous past, I'll just state very briefly, I've moved a lot for situations or whatever. I've lost many friends, thus became antisocial in real life. So I don't really bother trying to get to know people because, you know, I just have it in the back of my mind. No point in making these bonds when they're not going to last long anyway. So I would just, whatever, I don't really care, just stuck to myself. And throughout high school, that is where you really need to develop friendships and do all that stuff. It's more so in college, but, you know, as a teenager, you really need to buckle down on that stuff and, you know, experience life, because you're only young once. I mean, once you reach 25, that's when you start living an adult life. And when you're young, you're supposed to take advantage of that, take advantage of your youth. But yeah, I'm immature at times, but at the same time, I'm very mature. And, you know, I'm just like, I'm not into this stuff. I'm not into going out to parties. I'm not into doing drugs or getting drunk or whatever. That's not me. So why would I do that, you know? So that's exactly how my society was in school. I didn't want any association with that. Of course, there were people that weren't necessarily like that, but it's hard to match up with people that are like you and share your same interests in the real world, which is what really turned me off. And I guess it wasn't really school, it was just the youth of today. I fucking despise the youth of today. It is ridiculously fucking retarded. Everyone just does not fucking think. Everyone is not themselves in real life. They want to be like the people on Jersey Shore. They want to be like this music artist instead of being themselves and honing their own skills. They want to be like everyone else. Everyone is the fucking same, and I couldn't stand that. And I just really wanted to be part of an environment where everyone was more serious and wasn't about all of that stuff. Like, yeah, that might be what they do, but when they're at school, you know. When they're there to learn, they're just nice people, you know. They just want to learn, do what they need to do. They're serious about it. And then if they go out and party on the weekends, whatever, that's them. That's what they like to do. That's not what I like to do. Fuck it, that's what they like. But that's why I really want to attend college. I know some people might be asking, like, well, if you don't like school, then why do you want to go to college? Because I didn't like school because of the notion of school. It's not that I don't like learning, because I do like learning. It's just the people made it unenjoyable. I mean, when you're sitting there trying to learn about something interesting in class and you have all these obnoxious people just going nuts or whatever, it's hard to take that serious. And you guys might be like, oh, why didn't you go to a different school? Well, when times are tough, you know, you can't really pay for gas to go travel an hour away or something just to go to a better school, you know. And especially with one car in the house and so many people having so many schedules, it was very difficult to do that. So that was pretty much my only option for school. And I just, that wasn't me, you know. That wasn't the crowd I wanted to associate myself with. And I know this is kind of stupid because there are other people that go to school and stuff that associate themselves with those people but still excel very well and do what they need to do to get their education. So those people I respect you. I'm not as strong as you. I couldn't do that. I refused to be a part of that society and call myself the youth of that school and just the youth of where I live in general. I didn't like it. So I guess that's the main reason why, you know, I didn't really want to, you know, complete school. And obviously, you know, it was hard to get my surrounding people to appreciate that. I mean, I thought that I would be, you know, a failure or whatever. And it was a lot of stress. You know, school put a lot of stress on me, not necessarily academic wise, but I knew this wasn't what I wanted to do. I knew it from like day one, and I was just like, this is gonna be awful. It was so much stress building up towards this, but eventually me and my family had to sit down, and we decided that, you know, school wasn't the best way for me to go. And I just really didn't like it, and the environment and just the people around there made it an awful experience. Not that I got bullied or anything, because, you know, I just stuck to myself. And that is one thing I can say about that school, is that if you stuck to yourself, you didn't really get bullied too often. But, you know, in a lot of other schools, people got bullied for no reason. I luckily wasn't a part of that. But I guess that's it for this video. I hope I cleared the air about some things. It's very late, so my mind was on a million different tracks throughout this commentary, but I hope you guys enjoyed it nonetheless. I hope you guys have a little more knowledge on why I didn't necessarily quit high school. And I just wanted to also go over, for those of you that think education equals success, it's not true. And sure, education really does help, because, you know, when you have that on a resume, people are interested in that. However, education definitely does not equal success, especially in this economy. I mean, people get out of college and can't find jobs for the degree that they have. They can't find jobs for what they went to school for, and that really does suck ass. But that being said, I never really considered education necessarily a must, as long as you know basic shit and you have enough knowledge to be a member of society, a useful one anyway, then I think that you're in the clear. But yeah, that was it for this video, guys. Again, I hope you all have a fantastic day. Thank you for listening to me for about 12 minutes, especially with this out of whack commentary that, you know, I'm just all over the place and blah blah blah. But okay, this time for real, I'm gonna let you guys go. Have a fantastic day and goodbye.